Hey everybody, it's Chase with AV Pop Culture again, and today we're here to talk about a big, controversial issue that everyone is talking about out here in the physical media movie collecting world. I am talking about the price of physical media. Has it gotten so out of control that it's just unmanageable, that the bubble's gonna burst? It's higher than it's ever been. It's just so expensive, everyone's going to get out of collecting. Is it really that bad? I'm going to tell you why it's not. And if you think it is, you might be wrong. So pop that tape in. I got you. Let's go do this. All right. So I know, shocking, right? Maybe I'm wrong. The prices are crazy. I'm spending so much money on physical media. I can't possibly do this. How is it so expensive? It didn't used to be this expensive. Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. And it used to be worse, believe it or not. It used to be worse. We're going to get into this, and I'm going to show you guys some facts and figures here that might change your opinion on all this. And at least just, if not that, give you some perspective, because honestly, maybe I'm just old. Like I was telling Risha, I was like, maybe I am just old and I've been buying movies for a long time. They're not as expensive as you think, especially for what you're getting. So you're like, oh, bull crap, I'm clicking off this video. This guy doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. Maybe I do. Maybe I do. Maybe I've been looking up this for a couple of weeks doing research here. And let me go ahead and just hit you with something right out of the gate that's going to hurt. It's going to hurt your argument. It's going to hurt the way you've been thinking. It's going to hurt just like right out of the gate. It's just going to come in with both barrels swinging here. I got to get that video off of the screen. So according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, prices for video discs and other media are 57.64% lower by the end of 2024, as of the end of 2024, versus 1997 when DVDs first came out and got popular. That's right. 57% lower than in 1997. Think of it like this. The average price of a DVD in 1997 was between $20 and $24 of a DVD in 1997, 28 years ago. So you say, well, yeah, that's about what a Blu-ray is now. And in some cases, 4Ks go on sale right now as we're talking, right this second. There is a sale going on Amazon for Arrow 4K limited edition releases with slip covers, all the bells and whistles. Let me see if I got, as a matter of fact, you can even get the box set limited edition right now of Inglourious Bastards for $30. This is where you get this new commissioned art. You get a box set release with art. You get the 4K with a Blu-ray disc. This is a multi-disc set with all kinds of stuff that I'm dropping out of there. Posters, art cards, little coasters, all this stuff, $30. Well, in 1997, for just a plain old DVD snapper case, and that was one of the ones that it specifically mentioned was Twister, which was one of the first DVDs, and The Faculty, which came out like a year later. Those averaged in at $24 a piece to buy, brand new, just a DVD snapper case. The difference is $24 back then, $20 or $24 was a lot more money than now. That would be the equivalent back then of close to $60 for that. In buying power compared to today, that would have been close to $60. It would have been somewhere between like $53 and $60, depending on if you got it for $20 or $24. So Think about that right now. That's the equivalent of just your standard ass 4K with no slip cover. If you take the slip cover, it would be this coming out for sale for like $52.99. That's what it would be. That's the equivalent in 1997 to now. That's the equivalent. No bells and whistles, anything else. Now factor something else in. When they make a movie, when they put it out on 4K, they have to go, especially the older films, not as much new studio stuff, but the 4K films that we're getting from boutiques, they are having to restore those films. They're having to go back, find the old 4K negative, all that kind of stuff, do the restoration work to it, do the new scan, transfer it to a new, bigger disc, all right? A new, bigger, double, triple layered disc. They're having to do all that work. Then everybody wants new special features added to it. So they're adding those in. Then we all want our slip covers with artwork, newly commissioned art, all of this stuff, this new artwork, all this stuff. And then you're ending up with special releases and all this. And oftentimes, like when this comes out here, Screen Factory, it's going to be $35. Okay? That is basically the equivalent of around $17.50, $18.50 back in 1997. Probably, maybe even a little less. So think about that for a minute. But that's requiring all kinds of extra work that for a DVD back in the day, they didn't have to do all that. They didn't have to convert jack. They just put it over there on it. I mean, it was a lower definition. They didn't have to go through this whole restoration, bringing out the 4K process. That was just for an old DVD. So when you think about that, that would be the equivalent of this coming out right now for $50-something. Okay? So that's one thing. That's 1997. That's talking about DVDs. Let's go to a couple years later. You don't believe me? This is from 2010, 2009, 1999 at Best Buy for Hot Tub Time Machine. 1999. And you can't say, oh, well, they went on sale, because they didn't go on sale. They didn't used to go on sale as much back in the day. But even when they did, new stuff goes on sale too. Just like I mentioned right now. You can get the 4K right now of this, or you can get like Elvira 4K of Arrow with the slipcover limited edition for $24.99, which is the exact same price that you could have got Twister for back in 1997 on DVD. The exact same price. The only difference is back then in 1997, that $24 was the equivalent of $50-something now. You see where I'm going with this? So, but now they're having to put in way more work to do the stuff. And then here, 2009, 2010, $20 DVD release. You got Snakes on a Plane. Bought this used DVD for $15. Used back in the early 2000s, whenever this came out. $15 for a used DVD. Used DVD. Not even a Blu-ray. A DVD. Now, if we want to get to something a little newer, let's start talking about this, shall we? Because right now, I was looking through some of my stuff, and I'm just going to pull some of these. So back in, what was this? 2009, 2007 here. Norton's The Incredible Hulk came out, Blu-ray, $30. $30. I still have some price tags on some of these. $30 when it came out for a Blu-ray. Now keep in mind, they didn't have to do all this 4K restoration that they're doing now. So they just put it onto a Blu-ray. $30. $30 17 years ago or whatever. That long ago. Okay, you want to keep going? Men in Black 3. $35. This is studio. This is not boutique like restoring films, doing artwork, new special features, all that stuff. $35 studio Blu-ray 12, 15 years ago. So is it like, have the prices real? Because this is $35. That is the price of a brand new Screen Factory 4K where they did a full restoration, special features, slip cover, all of that. Same price, 15 years apart, 12, 15 years apart. So I ask you again, have the prices really gone up like that? I got a theory as to why it feels like it, but we'll get to that in a minute. So 15 years or so apart, 12 years, whatever it is, studio Blu-ray, boutique 4K, full restoration, new features, all that stuff, slip cover. All right. $35, both $35. This, then you factor in these sets like this that come out that are $35, $38.99. You're basically getting this, like you got, where is it at over here? Demolition Man, bro. You got Demolition Man hit for sale for $38.99. That's basically the same price. Okay? And this here from Screen Factory, it's going to have a Blu-ray and a 4K in it. So, but same price. And that's not the only one. Friggin' John Carter, another movie, 15 years old, $35. Try to get it to focus. $35. Same price, basically. It's this big box set with everything in it. 12 or 15 years later, same price. But this had to go through a 4K restoration process, all that kind of stuff. New artwork, box set, all the goodies, all that kind of stuff. And then you take Vinegar Syndrome, you lift it up a little bit, a VSU, $44.99. All of this box artwork, metal clasp, all of that. You got the movie in here with the 4K restoration, a slip cover, a booklet, more art, all the special features and everything else. 15 years later, only $10, all this, only $10 more than a studio Blu-ray release of John Carter. Only $15 more than a bare bones Blu-ray only release of Predators, which was $30. So, same thing, Avengers, bare bones Blu-ray release, $30. Okay? These things are 10, 12, 15 years ago. And you get all of this with all that restoration work, artwork, and everything else for $10 more. You get stuff like Vinegar Syndrome or Screen Factory 4Ks with slips. Same price. You get Arrow box sets, 4K restorations and everything. Same price that you paid for Men in Black 3 Blu-ray 12, 15 years ago. And then, okay, you want to go, for instance, we'll go even further. Right now, this big set is on sale. Now, it's not really fair because it's on sale price, $50. This has like 4 4Ks in it. This big, beautiful box set, $15 more than this this Blu-ray from 12, 15 years ago. You get things like this, beautiful new steelbooks with the Blu-ray and the 4K with the new restoration. $34. Same price, man. Like the same price as these. These are from 10, 15 years ago or more in some cases. Now, I don't get crap from any of these studios, right? I don't get anything, or any of these boutiques. But there needs to be a modicum of perspective thrown in here for what you're getting, and then the price transference. It just hasn't gone up. As a matter of fact, according to the United States Bureau of Statistics, it has gone down by 57%. Based upon what you get for your money, it has gone down. And especially when you factor in all the restoration work and the extras and the artwork and everything else, the box sets, all that stuff they're giving you, the posters, all that kind of stuff, it's gone down. You're paying less. You are paying less comparatively for media, for movies, than you were in 1997, 2005. You're paying less and you're actually getting more effort put into them. And, you know, when you think about it, like $25 in 1997 is $25 is 50 something dollars, close to $60 now. Could you imagine buying just this for $54.99? That's the equivalent. That's the equivalent. And for that, you got a bare bones DVD snapper case back in the day. So I say all that I think the reason why it feels like everything's more expensive, first of all, you get these weird, stupid one-offs, but most of the time these are from studios, the big studios like Disney. They'll one-off try to throw out Deadpool and Wolverine for $65. Well, that's because Disney's trying to make up their losses for streaming off of you. There was something that came out in the news a couple of days ago that Disney made over 4 times the money from physical media sales, home video sales than they did from their streaming services. Over 4 times. And then the other thing they use is their parks. So they are trying to subsidize all the shit movies and everything else they're making that's losing money, all the decisions they're making that are losing money. They're subsidizing them through physical media, home video, and their theme parks to pay for everything else. So that you get these one-offs and it's like, God, that's high. They've lost their mind. The price is crazy. Steelbook prices are so high. So you get those, or you get like ultra special stupid editions, like the stupid Texas Chainsaw Massacre thing. That was like $300 gimmick to get people to buy. So I think those are part of it. The crazy one-offs are part of it, right? The other thing I think is and this goes to the stupid people that think physical media is dead. The other thing is you are getting so much every single month to buy. Every single month. Every single month, Screen Factory is going to put out 4 to 6 4Ks. Every single month, Vinegar Syndrome is going to put out a couple of 4Ks and some other movies to pick. Cinematograph line, their baseline, all that kind of stuff. Arrow's going to drop 2 to 4 4Ks every single month. Criterion going to drop 3 or 4 4Ks every single month. So you have so much more. You're going to get Umbrella. You're going to get Imprint. We're going to be constantly getting hit with stuff to buy. And so it feels like it's more expensive because you're spending out more because there's more stuff. You just simply have more stuff that you can buy, but it's stuff that's not necessarily going to always be there. So like you could count on going and buying Avengers whenever you felt like it. You could wait. And you still can wait on a lot of studio stuff. But a lot of the boutique stuff we feel pressure to buy because the edition that we want or the item itself won't always be there. So I think that pressure to buy makes it feel like everything's expensive because you're spending more to try to keep up with it. But the items in and of themselves have not really gone up. They've definitely not gone up in correlation with inflation over the years, with buying power over the years. They've actually gone down because your buying power has changed. And $20, $25, like I said, that was the equivalent of much more money now. So, it's really not what you think. But I think the pressure to buy and keep up with everything, because, hey, man, okay, you say, all right, well, that's a $35 4K. That's the equivalent of $17.50 back in 1997. I couldn't have even bought one DVD for the price of that I'm paying for a 4K now, a full beautiful restored 4K. But the problem is you have so much more you can buy. So that's a good thing. But it's also if Scream Factory, if there's 3 that you want from them this month, and there's 2 that you want from Vinegar Syndrome, and there's 3 that you want from Arrow, and there's 1 that you want from Umbrella, and there's 3 that you want from Kino, and all this, like suddenly you're like, oh shit, I'm at 10, and that's $350. So that's where the problem comes in right there. But if you took that 350, you translate it back, like back in the day, it just doesn't go like as far because the media cost more. So back then comparatively to now. But the fact that it's like, man, there's like 10 things or even more that I want to buy each month is it becomes expensive that way. But the individual prices have not. The statistics, the records, I mean, it's kind of hard to argue, guys, when you look at a 15-year-old Blu-ray and it was $35. There's the sticker. A studio Blu-ray. Or you look at one that I think Hulk is even older than that. Or you look at an old-ass used DVD of Snakes on the Plane was $15 used. Or a studio hot tub time machine at Best Buy 15 years ago was $20. You know, it's kind of hard to argue that I'm wrong because the prices are there for you to go back and search. So I think it feels like that because there's so much to buy. But that's not on any individual labels. That's not their sack of rocks. That ain't their problem. Just like what they release, whether you specifically or I specifically am looking for it, man, that just ain't their problem. They can't make, just like I can't make a video that specifically you want or you want or you want or you want. I have to make videos that I want to do that I think the largest amount of people will enjoy. That's what Scream Factory's doing. That's what Vinegar Syndrome's doing. They're getting stuff and they're putting it out on 4K, not for the individual person looking to fill holes in their collection. They are trying to reach the most amount of people who will enjoy these films and buy them. Bro, that's just the name of the game. That's the name of the game. Like, I mean, yes, they're boutiques, but they still gotta keep the lights turned on. So they're trying to sell to the biggest amount of people. So it's not really their problem if there's like 15 things you want to buy this month. It's not. It is not their issue. They're putting out the most product and the best quality that they can to turn a profit and keep making more for us to buy. And whether you choose to buy them or not, they can't do anything about that. They're trying to hit the masses to buy them because we need this to expand. And, because you have 5 other ones, you can't say, oh, well, Scream Factory sucks because they're $35. Or Vinegar Syndrome sucks because they want $40 for this 4K. Well, if you weren't trying to buy 15 things that month, it probably wouldn't be a big deal. Just like back in the day, you probably weren't going and buying 15 movies. I mean, maybe you were. Maybe you were back then, but like the boutiques and stuff weren't around. It was all studio and you just got it whenever. You were at the mercy of their prices, really, even more so than now. So I just wanted to address that because so many people seem like they're getting frustrated and they're like, this is going to be the end of physical media. It can't sustain under these prices. Technically, proportionately, comparatively, prices have gone down. And when you factor in the amount of work that's going into them now with the boutiques, the value proposition has gone up in our favor even more, and it's gone down in their favor. They're doing more. They are doing more now for the same or less profit. So, and the same or less price. So just keep that in mind. I'm right there with you. It's hard to keep up. I can't buy everything. I don't get anything for free. But, if you do get stuff for free, God bless you. You're ahead of all of us. So I really don't want to hear you complaining. But that's just what I got for you. I wanted to talk about it because I know it's a hot button issue because I myself can't keep up with buying things I want to. I cannot. I have family and I can't buy all the stuff that I want. But that doesn't mean that they're pricing me out of the game. The prices haven't changed like that. I mean, $35 Blu-ray 15 years ago, $35 4K 15 years later. Technically, with the price point has gone down in our favor for what you're getting. But that's what I got for you today. I'm sure it's going to be controversial. Let me know what you think. Be nice down there in the comments. But I just wanted to share those thoughts with you. And, just keep a little perspective. Even if it didn't change your mind, have some perspective. Go back and pull some of your old shit and look at it and be like, yeah, man. Damn, 2005, I spent $35 on a Blu-ray, or 2006, $35 on a Blu-ray. In the year 2000, I spent $24.99 on a DVD. Like, go back and look at it. Go back and look at it. But that's what I got for you. If you enjoyed this, this is a very different video. Normally, we're doing physical media reviews, 4K reviews, physical media news, lists, rankings, recommendations, all that fun stuff. But you can help me out by liking and subscribing. Get the message out there. You can join the channel below as well. My Patreon or right here on YouTube. Get all kinds of extra perks behind the scenes at my filmmaking. All that kind of stuff that you don't care about right now because you're mad at me for pointing this out. But until next time, be kind, rewind like always. This is Chase with AV Pop Culture, and I'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.